Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool little desk telephone. It's a designer telephone, and this is Scott's telephone from MA. And he's got a note here, and he's got constant buzz and earpiece, audio cuts out and in, although does not disconnect. Numbers 1 and 5 on the keypad often do not work and need to be pressed again. So evidently they're not registering on the first press. And so basically what we want to do, this is the initial checkout, and I do have this telephone apart, so I kind of want to show you what it looks like. We'll get a look at it here real quick. And I want to show you the inside of it if you've never seen one of these open before. And that kind of gives you a look at the main PC board. Now we're going to go in and clean the dial pad and the keyboard. But what we want to do is I want to check our components, so we're going to have to troubleshoot. And I also was looking this telephone over. I want to resolder this whole board. There's a lot of solder issues on the board that I don't like, and so we're going to be resoldering everything. And then I also want to test out these components and leave this telephone on for a while, because if there's any faulty components, we want to try to eliminate that by leaving the telephone on and letting them decrease in their value, and then troubleshoot it out and see where that takes us. So basically it's one of those troubleshooting deals that we're going to have to do, but first we want to resolder everything and we'll go from there. So we're going to take a short break from the video, and we're going to begin working on this telephone, and we'll get some more video of this telephone as soon as we move forward in the repair of it. So we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are in the middle of the process of repairing this telephone. So what we've done is went through this PC board and troubleshooted everything and went ahead and resoldered. There was a couple of caps that I didn't like, and we changed those. So now what we're going to do is a few checks before we put the telephone back together again. And I want to go ahead and plug it in and give you some dial tone. Now earlier in the video we mentioned that having a problem with 1 and 5. So if you watch the analyzer here, we'll just dial them several times. Now go back to 1, and I want to dial through all of the numbers. Star, pound, and then I'm going to dial it 2. Now we're going to hang up, and I want to do that again. And then I'll walk through our keypad one more time. And I'm going to end in a 2. So we know at this point that everything, all the numbers are dialing out on the keypad. Give you some dial tone. I want to dial a 2 and take dial tone away, and I want to transmit into the handset. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Every time you see that red light, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. So we want to check everything before we put this telephone back together again. And I'm going to double check it. And then what we'll do is we'll get some more video of the final checkout. And we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with the repair of this telephone. So we're going to run through a little bit about what went on. We went ahead and removed the PC board for the keypad, and that was cleaned, the board and the pad. All the lines on the ribbon cable were checked and resoldered. Also, the main PC board of this telephone was gone through. A couple of capacitors were replaced that I didn't like the values of, and then everything was resoldered. The hook switch was also cleaned and resoldered. So we went through the receiver and made sure all the connections at the handset were good and on the handset line. So the handset cord here has been checked, and so has the modular port adapters. So everything's been gone through on this telephone, and we're going to do our final checks now. So we want to go ahead and ring the unit. I'm going to let that go a few times. I'll let it go one more time. I'm going to go ahead and give you some dial tone. We want to walk through our numbers if you watch the analyzer. I want to end in a 2. I want to transmit into the handset. So if you watch that red light like earlier, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. Every time you see that red light light up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello. So we know that this telephone is dialing out. It has receive and transmit, and it's ringing in on a ring cycle. I want to try going through the 1 and the 5 again. So we'll go ahead and give you some dial tone. And we just want to kind of go back and forth. If you watch the analyzer, and then I'll walk through the keypad one more time. I'll end in a 2, and I'll go ahead and hang up. Now what we can do is, I have a switch box here, and if I press that, it gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation. And we're going to call a time and temp number, but they're having problems with their equipment. So when the recording starts, you'll hear the recording start, and then you'll hear some hum. And that is on their end. They're having problems with their equipment, and it has nothing to do with what we're doing here. So we'll go ahead and call. Give you some dial tone.
Good evening. Today is Monday, September 30th. The time is 10:08. Current temperature 72 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight and Tuesday. Low tonight around 60. Tuesday's high at 82.
Okay. We can call one other number. We can call my number, and it will be busy. Give you some dial tone. Now that we know that this telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Scott and he can start enjoying his telephone. It's a really cool Radio Shack Ruby designer telephone, and Radio Shack was pretty well known for putting out some pretty cool designer telephones, and this is one of them. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on our web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.